in Zambies almost got me. They're getting more wily by the day.
Unfortunately, you survived. Now help me with him.
Finally, been sitting here for 7 whole minutes.
Silence, Eric!
Hanch, calm down. Hello, Eric. We need some information.
About?
This, Eric! We're out of it, and we need more! Tell us how to make more! Now, Eric!
You're the brewer who created the American lager short rest. Are you not?
Perhaps in another life before the world ended.
Well, as you know, we're in a post-apocalyptic Zambi world, and we need to make more of this, and we're out of alcohol, and how are we supposed to survive in this horrible hellscape without alcohol?
How are we supposed to chill with our bros without beer?
What are we supposed to use this table for without beer?
Look, my dudes, you need a lot of materials and equipment to make this stuff, and I don't think you have any of that. Can you just let me go?
Well, that's why we brought you here.
That is a winery.
Are you kidding me? You doing this the right time? Ah! Why is this happening?
Well, we'll figure it out later, right? Now tell us everything we need to know to make this very real and believable beverage.
If I tell you everything, will you let me go?
Yes!
So my brewery was located in Atlanta, Georgia, and all drinking water in Atlanta comes from the Chattahoochee River, which is made up of 2 lakes. The main source is Lake Lanier, which gave 70% of Atlanta's drinking water, which we used in making all of our products. We also made sure all the wastewater was in accordance with the guidelines of the Hemp Hill Water Treatment Plant, which I guess doesn't matter anyway, because we definitely live in a post-apocalyptic world.
So, why does the water matter so much?
Also, how did you make them pictures appear? That's like super weird.
Shut up, Ranch. I'm trying to take notes.
Because water makes up like 93% of most beers. And for this beer, we needed a soft water profile. Atlanta's local water profile is very soft water, but the calcium was always a little low. So we added gypsum, which is calcium and sulfate, to assist the amylase enzymes and lower the pH and promote clarity in the beer. It also encourages hop bitterness and makes a drier and crisper beer.
So we need soft water. What else?
I know you're interested in the step-by-step process, but I need to go over something very important before we get to that. The equipment I used in the past before, you know, Zambies.
Right.
So what we did there next was use a 100-barrel mashing system, and we did order a stainless mash/lauter tun, but it didn't come with rotating grain rakes. So we raked it ourselves, which makes it hard to keep an even, homogeneous mash. It did have a false bottom, though. Pumps with motors are used to transfer the product to the boil kettle. Our stainless steel boil kettle had an internal steam jacket for heating, and we were in the process of getting a vent fan for cleaner air. The 300-plate wort chiller is for cooling down the wort on its way to the stainless steel fermenters. We produce 280 barrels each week, and approximately 20,000 barrels are output annually. Yes, this is totally still Eric speaking. This is how I sound sometimes. It's the apocalypse, stuff happens. Anyway, now that I've gone over our equipment, we can talk about the process that we use to make our American lager, the Short Rest. Malt is the first step in our process. Our local malting company called Bryce Malt and Ingredients Company harvested and processed our 2-row barley. Everyone there is probably dead now, so good luck with that.
We'll figure something out. I'm sure it's super easy.
Yeah, totally. Short Rest is made with 90 to 95% 2-row brewer's malt and 5% carapils. Amarillo hops impart a distinct flowery, spicy, tropical, citrus-like flavor and aroma in beer. The citric has qualities of orange and lemon, like Cascade, but much stronger. Other aroma descriptors include grapefruit, melon, apricot, and peach. Grapefruits, lemons, peels, and oranges can be added during the boil to give the short rest these aromas. The brewer's malt gives the yeast the necessary fermentable sugars for fermentation and also gives it that lovely golden color.
What else do you know, Eric?
It also has the amylase enzymes needed so the mash can turn the starch into sugar during the 60-minute mashing process. The Carapils malt improves the mouthfeel, head retention, and body. It also adds proteins, polysaccharides, and resistant dextrins. We also used white rice and it was preferred by some brewers as adjuncts because of its lower oil content compared to corn grits. It has a very neutral aroma and flavor, and when properly converted in the brewhouse it results in a light, dry, clean-tasting, and drinkable beer. So, we used like 5% of that to give the short rest those qualities.
That's why we're out, because I drank 25 in one sitting!
Well, that explains why your brain functions as well as a raisin.
The mash gets recirculated and heated to 69 degrees Celsius. This is to make a good grain bed for the filtration process and to dissolve more of our sugar and other components into the wort. As we put the wort into the kettle, sparging water is sprayed on top of the grain bed so the sugar extraction goes better, as well as dilute our wort to the original gravity of 1.037. We add about 5.5 kilograms of hops per batch after the boiling has reached the ideal temperature. Amarillo hops is the only thing added during the hour-long boiling process, and the alpha acid content is 8.6%. The wort gets whirlpooled after the steam jacket, so solid material that is in the kettle goes to the center. The glycol wort chiller gets the wort from the kettle. A tiny amount of pure oxygen is then added into the wort. This is so the oxygen can be consumed during fermentation. The American lager WLP 840 yeast colony that we used to acquire through White Labs needs this to help with their viability.
Kat, this is starting to sound more and more difficult.
How hard can it be? People did without all this fancy stuff pre-apocalypse.
Can I go now?
No! Eric!
I can't believe you guys want to make more of this. Don't you know it started the Zambies apocalypse?
That's ridiculous. I've drank like dozens of these.
Well, very few people are immune, and those are the ones that have survived for this long. Everyone else was infected and turned into Zambies. Because for some super legit reason, this specific set of ingredients caused the Zambies apocalypse.
So you're saying you started the Zambies apocalypse?
I mean, unintentionally, but yes.
Well, Eric, have you told us everything we need to know to make this?
Yes, now can you let me go?
Seriously? He started the freaking Zambies apocalypse! You think I'm just gonna let him run around?
Well, you better hope he told us everything, or you're sleeping on the couch for the rest of your
definitely still in the shot.